Left off on page 67 at number 2. And we spoke about if a person is taking a pot, garshok, pot that has inside a plant on Shabbat, a person is not allowed to detach from it. If he has, for example, we spoke in the morning, Yaakov, remember, if a person has besamim in the garshok at home, in the backyard, and the bovo doesn't know a lot of halachot, and he has Yushvo. Shabbat morning, Yaakov, he comes to you with the besamim that he just detached, just Shabbat Utram, in the morning. He just detached it and he brought it to the synagogue. What did we say in the morning? Can a person enjoy from this besamim or no? Yaakov, Joe? Huh? So we said that it depends, says Rav Yosef, if the pot has a hole. If the pot has a hole, then it's considered to be attached to the ground, even if it is elevated by sticks or by certain elevation. Right? Like a stand. Like this phone has a stand, right? There's also garshok like this that stands like this. If a person wants to a person detached from this, Aaron Joe. Bit. Always when you come, the bracha is coming. You see, Aaron? Sushi, fruits, drinks, hamish. Aaron, so if the person detached from the pottery on Shabbat, so it depends if the pottery has a hole or it's closed. If the pottery has a hole, it's considered to be attached to the ground. So therefore, bovo that detached it from the pottery, it's considered to be detached from the ground. And it's the sudoaita. Even though bovo didn't know a lot of halachot.
Soil.
Yeah, soil. Thank you. Soil. I mean, when I say the word ground, I mean soil. You're right. I have to emphasize that. You're correct. Right. So it's soiled. Zimla, not asphalt, cement. Not talking about this type of things. Yeah, talking about zimla. Very good. Thank you for the clarification. Maybe you should move that sushi platter over there, so you will not interrupt the video. Yeah. Thank you. Help him. God bless you. Toda rabba. Okay? So now Yaakov, but if the bovo detached from the pottery that has no holes, it's closed pottery, in such a case, the violation is only the Rabbanan, not Torah. Because it does not attach, is not attached to the soiled ground. Fahmi did. So now if the bovo didn't know the law, so he did b'shogeg. Shogeg, the Rabbanan, what do we say? Everybody allowed to enjoy from it. שמחה ג'ו. שהחיינו וקיימנו והגיענו לזמן הזה. איפה אתה? Okay? Good to see you. So next. So I don't remember. What are the two requirements to be allowed? That it was done the Rabbanan and it was done the Shogeg. Then everybody will be allowed to enjoy from it. Even Bovo himself that broke the law, he didn't know.
She didn't know.
Because he didn't know, Shogeg.
What if he didn't know?
But if he did know,
was the Rabbanan?
Mezid, not allowed to benefit from it until after Shabbat. Got it?
So therefore, just to bring in the different subject, so if she took it from different Chumim, and she walked over to Maya, even though and she didn't know, she brought me a pad, something to eat, or not to eat it.
So then, you have another reason to be lenient because there was no shinui beguf hadavar. There was no change in the actual item. Like if I take a raw egg, just hot water. Just hot water. Thank you. If a person did not change, for example, he brought, unfortunately, you hear, Mr. Malayev, there was a bar mitzvah in the synagogue, and a person didn't know, he brought candies in the car. Hashem Yerachem. We drove in on Shabbat, in the bar mitzvah, with candies in the car. Can the synagogue eat from these candies or no? They throw, Mazal tov, this Mazal Ra, Habibi, this was Shameh Halil Shabbat on this.
People don't know about that.
No, people know. Rabbi knows. Other people know. Can you enjoy from these candies or no? So better not to. But by Jewish law, it's allowed to. Why? Because the candies was not changed. if Babulia cooked you eggs, right? Malay, if you saw yesterday, you went to Oswopat, you check, you see 3 eggs. In the morning you come, you see 7 eggs. How Oswopat had 3 eggs on Friday night when Shabbat came in the morning he has 7 eggs. How did it happen? Babulia was notified with certain information that she didn't know. At nighttime when she looks left and right, nobody sees. She puts another 4 eggs. So now in the morning you wake up, you see 7 eggs. He beat John Bazan. Chel. Seta bude, haftel chel shude. Raw eggs she put inside and they cook, she cooked them. So can you eat those eggs now or no?
And you don't know which one's which.
Yeah, don't know.
No, because
You had 3, now you have 7.
majority was not cooked, so you can eat it.
Cannot eat it, Nachum. Why?
Because majority.
Because the egg was raw, became cooked.
Okay, but how about
However, the candies that were in Babulia's house, did they change by coming to the synagogue house?
No.
Huh? No, it's the same candies. So since there was no change in the item, Rabbi Yosef says you could be lenient. But he says if the rabbi of the community wants to show them, Rabotai, whoever brought the candies, I don't allow it. Everything goes to the garbage. Ooh, everybody, wow, look at this big goima. You know, this bar mitzvah was one of the biggest sponsors of the synagogue, and the rabbi was serious. He said not allowed to. Why? People, we don't play with that next time. Yeah, if the rabbi wants to be tough with the people to teach them a lesson, then the rabbi has the right to do so. But as they say, between us, it could be lenient because there was no change in the item. Got it?
Possible to say also Rabbi Shlema?
Yeah, of course. For your mother.
For mom and somebody also got into the accident.
Ooh, you.
They made a healing group for him. Daniel Ben Naomi.
אמן. רפואה שלמה, רפואת הנפש, רפואת הגוף, לכל עמך בית ישראל. אל נא רפאנה להם, אל נא רפאנה להם, אל נא רפאנה להם. בכלל עמך בית ישראל, וכן יהי רצון, ונאמר אמן. אמן. Say all the names, say all the names.
Gabriel Ben Anjos.
אמן. Amen. What is the law for detaching a plant from the source of life, from a pot that has holes at the bottom of it while it is above the soiled ground? Okay, answer. One who detaches a plant from the source of life, even if the pot was placed on the stand above the soiled ground. Thank you for this clarification. Is liable, however, detaching from the source of life from a pot without holes, without a hole, or holes, without holes or without a hole? There you are.
Yeah,
Without holes?
There's more than one holes, right?
He's exempt. Okay? So far so good?
So if it's without holes, he's exempt.
He's exempt.
Or to say without any hole.
Without any. Yeah, I think I like it better.
Yeah, because this is done.
And
They're gonna say, okay, so
Without
it's
any
one.
hole,
One
yeah.
is allowed to.
Emit. Okay, number 2. Is it permitted to lift not a pot that has no holes that are resting on the ground, for example, on stakes? Okay. A pot. All הכבוד. That's the way you're supposed to welcome Nisan. You see? Moy daragoy. We have to love each other, Rabotai. You know, Arizal says if there will be a group of 10 people that love each other so strong that they will be ready to die for each other, Mashiach is going to come because of those 10 people.
Myself's going to be
To the point of dying for each other. I'm ready to do it for him.
Probably.
Is it permitted to lift a pot? a pot that has no holes, not any hole, a pot that has no holes with a plant
That's it.
in
We're
it
doing the same what we do in the morning, Rabbi?
inside it. We're
Huh?
continuing.
Continue.
That is currently resting on the soiled ground.
Это вода.
Не знаю.
Простая вода.
Он принял.
Yeah, Aaron, you have guests right now, and you want to make them smell the beautiful besamim that you have sitting in a pot. This pot is outside in your backyard. Can you bring that pot on Shabbat to bring it over to your guests?
Same thing like
The pot has no holes. No holes. Закрытый горшок полностью.
What's wrong with the hole?
So, try to come in the beginning of Shiur. We said in the beginning of Shiur when it has holes, it's connected to the ground by Jewish law. Even though the roots doesn't go through the hole.
It's a problem. But if you don't know,
We're talking when you know.
oh yeah.
You know that it's your pot. So it's your garshok of a plant, right? So it has no holes. Could you bring it right now inside your house?
Yeah.
It was on top of soiled ground.
even on top of the soil was like
You're allowed to take it and bring it
If
out.
it has holes, it's with meteorite.
Because you're not ripping it.
It says meteorite if it has holes. If if it doesn't have holes, it's midrabanan.
True. So how do we refer to this one?
Repeat again.
Closed.
Closed. Closed.
yeah,
No holes.
no hole.
Midrabanan. No problem. No problem.
Why is it a problem? I don't understand.
Problem is the holes. That's the
Okay,
midrabanan.
over here, number 2 is
So what number 2 says?
sounds like the closed part was a problem. Huh?
He says it is asur, right?
That's what that's how I understand. Lulu Nishmat Avraham ben Tuvia.
Oh, so what about the one that we learned in the morning? That you have a leg to that
Yeah, Kohen.
plant. You remember?
Yeah.
There's a hole.
Yeah.
I'm going to take a plate. I'm going to put against the hole. Blocking out the hole. There's no hole.
Yeah, but who said you're allowed to do that?
Why not? What I'm doing?
Because you have the hole.
Because you
already.
had a source of sustenance to the plant.
But it's on legs. It's on legs.
Said it. The fact that he has a hole,
Giving you air
he has sustenance to it.
to the ground.
Right, to the pot, to the plant. But you're putting right now a plate, plastic plate, glass plate, doesn't matter. You're going to block that sustenance. So it's like you've detached it from the source of life. It was attached to the source of life. And now by putting that, you detach it from source of life.
That's a problem.
Got it?
Unless it's under saving smoke, then that's not a problem. You can take it and put it inside the
Я
house.
слушал, я не знаю.
So the bucket has a hole.
So the whole problem we have is just because of the
You're
soil.
both talking, I'm sorry. One of them at a time.
Sorry.
Hole уже проблема.
Problem.
Yeah?
Shakol, you know.
Yeah, Shakol, you ready?
I
Okay.
didn't say it yet.
No, I was waiting.
Я еще не сказал. Вроде Хорчака нет.
Bechorcha nebebio?
На время?
I don't know, I'm asking. Nebebio? Bechor nebebio?
Он уехал, да?
ברשות מוריי ורבותיי.
Шамаим.
Who is the third? Okay. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם שהכל נהיה בדברו.
Amen.
Okay. A pot without holes, containing a plant that is currently resting on the soil is rabbinically prohibited to move, and one that is placed on stakes is considered like plucking, and the opposite action is like zorea. Got it?
Zoria.
Plucking, what is plucking?
Pulling out.
It's clear, it's understood like that?
Oh, yeah, ripping, yeah.
Yeah, it's understood like that? So, if I have a garshok, it was pot with a plant inside.
But no
Even
hole.
if it is closed,
Okay.
it's not allowed for you to take it out of there and put it, let's say, in above ground, above cement.
Midrabanan.
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 Why? Because Chachamim were afraid a person today is going to move a closed one indoors, tomorrow is going to move with the whole ones indoors. And with the whole ones, to move it indoors,
He's been
it's
doing
Sudoraita.
You're right there, because you rip it,
It's Asur by Torah.
it's like you rip it.
No,
So that's,
because detaching from the source of life.
Right.
so that's only if
You
it's-
just said if it's on a not on the soil.
It was on soil, and it's closed.
Oh, okay,
You would think, Rabbi, it's closed.
right,
So then I'll be allowed to move it around.
right. That's
There is a
what-
besamim, there's a flower, there's no problem. Muktzeh. You are correct, it's not a problem muktzeh. But there's another problem. Chazal made a gezerah that today are you going to allow people to move a pot that it is closed one. Tomorrow people going to move a pot that it has hole one. There's holes in there. Gezerah это no, это brigada, brigada.
Specifically mean a clay pot because we said glass and metal is a lot more.
Let's see what Gabriel says. Is it true or not?
What?
Not only that, says Ravadia, if a person is going to put it, let's say it was on a stand, and now he needs that stand to put something in the house. So he takes down the pot closer to the ground. Says Ravadia, that's considered to be planting,
Even though there's no.
because now it's going to have more sustenance. It's like until now, let's say the plant was getting 1 drop of water,
I was still
and now you're putting 2 drops of water. You made it have more sustenance now.
Took it
That's
still
also
by the
by-
hole or without the hole, Rabbi?
Yeah, that's the question.
Huh? What? Oh yeah, he's talking about without a hole.
Without a hole?
Without a hole.
So if without a hole, if it was on your table and you take it outside on the ground, you're making a planting according to rabbinical.
Rabbinical.
Without the hole?
Even without a hole.
Even though it's
Even though
not
it's
soiled.
closed, right.
Because if you go do it without holes now, then
Even that is
you
not
go
a
do it
soil
with the
ground?
holes.
No, if it's on soil ground.
Oh, if it's soil ground.
Soil ground.
Yeah, it has to.
It was above soil ground, and you remove the stand and you let it be closer to the soil ground. Got it?
That also gzera, אסור גדר. לא גזירה.
גזר. It's מדרבנן, it's not מהתורה.
גדר.
That's right, yes, Simcha.
Got it?
Wow.
In the bottom, там они hole делают, чтобы отлично проходил.
This, Rabotai, very practical situations, very practical questions. Shabbat, you sit sometimes, you want to show your plant, cactus иногда. I remember I went to somebody on Shabbat, he showed me his cactus. Cactus растет.
Okay, but you cannot touch it anyway.
Why not?
You can touch cactus.
What's the problem?
Yeah.
You don't touch the cactus, you touch the pottery. You're talking as far as muktzah laws?
No, it's not muktzah.
Touch it because колючки?
No, to pluck it out. How you gonna pluck it out?
No, it's
Not plucking, you want to show me.
Moving.
I was sitting in the dining room, he want to show me that he got a certain cactus.
I wants to bring it from.
Yeah, from his room, he wants to bring it to the dining room, мне показать. Can you show it to me on Shabbat now or no?
It's inside the house.
It's inside the house, yeah. Huh?
What's your problem?
Yeah?
In the house, inside the house. it's no
Inside the house, from his bedroom. You want to show it, bring it to the dining. He doesn't want to come to the dining room. So you brought it out to the dining room.
It's all problem.
He didn't want me to come to the bedroom, so he brought it out to the dining room.
He's not planting anything. He just.
He's not planting, yeah.
It has hole inside.
Has holes, doesn't have holes, doesn't matter because it's in the house. It's not on top of soil ground.
Only if it's outside soil.
It was on top of his cement or parquet or tile, whatever it is,
That's fine.
and he's moving it to the dining room that has the same situation.
But that coin.
Sitting in the dining room, in his bedroom, is not sucking from the ground. The ground is cement. He's not going to suck anything out of there.
That's fine.
Este mara ifam sodet yone. O руси гавзана.
The spot is pretty similar to
Этот человек хочет кактус с комнаты принести, что в горшок, чтобы люди это увидели. Какой-то красивый кактус он купил. Шаббат можно будет двигать или нет?
Вы говорите, что с комнаты в комнату можно.
Почему? Потому что даже там дырки, если будет, он не берет sustenance, с земли никакой связи нету. Если это было бы in the backyard, and she wants to bring, whoever wants to bring it from the backyard, and now picking it up from the backyard, bringing it indoors, it's considered to be detaching it from the source of life.
А если дырки нету там, можно сделать?
А если дырка есть, это доорайта. Если нету, это запрещено, мидрабана, still not allowed.
Мудрецами.
Chachamim said it's not allowed because people can get confused. Not everybody knows there is a hole, not a hole. People usually don't know these things.
In general, the
If it's
pot
on
is.
soil, not allowed to move it.
Huh?
If it's on soil.
You're not allowed to move it, even pick it up on top of the soil.
But if Shabbat entered it, was
Because while you picking it up, you are distancing the amount of sustenance he gets. You're reducing the amount of sustenance he gets.
In
No, yeah,
general,
no, I'm saying you have to prepare it ahead of time, right, Rabbi?
What do you mean?
So
Explain
if it's
yourself.
on soil before Shabbat, before Shabbat, just put inside the house and
Yeah,
it's fine.
then you have no problem.
Yeah, no problem.
Got it?
in general, moving the pot is Kedisha Mechel.
Yeah?
Just to move.
Yeah? You want to enjoy the beauty of it, yeah? You see, Gabriel is familiar with those terminologies. Kalisha melachto le'eter. Not everybody familiar with these terminologies. He progressed, oh Hashem, in Torah studies.
That's the lower one.
That's the most lenient one. Okay, let's double check that. We were which number? Number 2? והציץ אפילו שאינו נקוב המונח על גבי קרקע אסור מדרבנן לתת לו הנכון על גבי תדות דהווה כתולש ולהפך הווה כזורע מדרבנן. It's understood because if you're comparing not a pot without a hole, without a hole, it's closed. If you're saying that there is a gzerat not to bring it from the soiled area to not soiled area, even though it's not going to change anything, it's closed. We're afraid you might come to this mistake. So too,
Only if you bring from outside to do
so too, if you want to do the other way around, from inside, you want to take it outside,
It's like you plant.
also not allowed to.
It's like you plant.
If it's outside, it's soiled area. Question, Yaakov. A person has plants in the home. Huh? Okay, so. Person has plants in the house. He wants to take them outdoors. You ask him, Bobo John, BV John, why you take it outdoors? Say, he needs a little bit sunlight. What did Bobo and BV right now did?
So is it right then?
He saw the Oraita. Тору нарушили они. Как будто курили в шаббат, no difference.
Doesn't matter
מה
if it has
чикадам,
holes or
Rabbi?
no holes.
чикадама.
Rabbi, does it matter if it has no holes or holes?
Doesn't matter. Because the sunlight is going to rain out. He's telling you, I took it out for the sunlight.
What about if it's on the window ceiling and you're closing the shades and opening the shades?
Ooh, Simcha Jung Jabud Echmo. We learned it.
That's not your intention.
Here Yaakov is going, and also Kikirov now is every morning with us, morning and evening.
That's not
Vagita
your
bo yomam,
intention.
valayla.
It's called the Moshe, the
Pasik
Pesach
reshe,
Parasha, yeah.
in Masir Monea. Very good, Jesse.
I just don't understand.
Explain to them.
What does that mean?
Jesse, אחוז בכיסא כבודי, ותאמר לא תשובה.
Because your intention is to
Oh.
have us at the
Oh,
brightness.
how are you? Shalom Aleichem.
Not the
Intention for that? Then it's a problem. No, you're saying your intention is for that. For the plants to get the oxygen. Then it's a problem.
Then it should be a problem. Should be. I'm not saying it's a problem. I'm saying it should be a problem.
It all depends on your intention. then,
Because
right?
we said, if you remember, it depends on how much air and sunlight there is already in the bedroom.
Can you trick the system? Can you say for myself?
No, but brightness
Yeah,
is
good.
Wait, so the-
brightness
No,
makes
because
even
it's-
more.
It can be for yourself. You don't need to treat the visitor.
What'd you do?
Can
Wow.
for yourself. You're allowed.
See?
More.
Because you really want to open the window of the shed in order for you to enjoy it.
Yeah, but
But on the way.
Kol hakavod. You gave kavod to the rabbi's father today.
Right.
get the sun,
Yeah,
the
no,
light.
You gave kavod to the rabbi's father.
That's the reason they call
Yeshua.
it masir monea. Meaning you
All
move
the kavod.
something that regardless, it's for your purposes. It's going to be affecting the tree, but it's not really the purpose.
Understood.
Okay? Very good. Simcha famidit. Very good. Number 3. I'm tired of telling you every time that I'm thinking about people. So I'm just don't tell you that whenever I see certain people, I thought about them. It's already by default. I promise you. I don't know. Tretzi, Четвёртый, I don't know what it is, but today I was thinking about Pinchas and him.
I was
Yesterday you was thinking about that guy.
No, I'm telling you what I thought.
Pinchas.
I said Pinchas and Simcha. Where is Pinchas and Simcha? Where is Pinchas and Simcha? Boom, Simcha came in today. I'm already don't tell you already. I'm gonna keep it quiet. You guys feeling the energy? You coming?
Parasha Rabbeinu.
Parasha. Okay, one more minute. Let's one more halacha. If leaves produce outside the planter, does it change the law? Okay.
Why they will change the law? I mean, it's coming out of the.
Not produce. Sorry. Protrude. You have a plant,
Stick out.
and you have the leaves sticking out.
Protrude, okay.
So what sucks from the ground? The roots or the leaves?
Both, no?
The roots has to be.
If you said the pot, what at Garshok, it's closed.
The roots.
Depend which tree.
He has no holes.
What you see.
But the leaves are coming out.
Depend what.
Can I pick this up on Shabbat because the Garshok is closed? Or do we look at the leaves that they are coming out? I mean, regardless, we say not allowed to pick it in because of the Rabbanan. But what if, can I tell a goy to do it?
Yes.
If you say it's the Rabbanan, I'm allowed to tell it to a goy.
Yes.
Shoot the shoot, you'll say mitzvah, enjoy Shabbat,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
Right? Or financial laws. But if you say, no, we're not following the roots. We're following the leaves. The leaves are right now getting sasanas from the ground. So this is doraita. So then I'm not allowed to tell the goy to do so doraita. So do we look at the roots or do we look at the leaves?
Leaves touching the ground?
No, they're just protruding from the pottery, from the garshok and itarchat votak.
But outside or inside?
Outside in a soiled area.
It's the roof, man, not the.
That's the question.
Not the leaf.
That's the question.
Oh no, it's got to be the roots, Rabbeinu.
У вас это на земле горшок,
That's the bottom.
горшок, и растет эти, ну, whatever, что растет.
Outside on the hook, outside на улице.
Outside
No, because
на
you're saying
soil,
soil's
горшок
connected.
ставят на
And the leaves are never connected. They
чтобы
look like
он
they're step.
рос.
А если он висит,
It's connected.
Что висит?
With the air.
да, если, например, он висит, у меня вот так, они цветут, падают.
Where? At home? At home or outside the home?
No, outdoor.
Outdoors? What do you have underneath that? Do you have soiled ground?
No, sorry.
Cement. Cement. There is no problem.
Как цемент, я не могу понять.
Yes, in the front door, for example, in front yard.
On a porch.
Porch, some people put it.
Но как растет, если чисто
Yes, the земля, he has his own soil.
It's a pot.
The pot has its own soil.
Пад у вас, пад.
Да.
Но не на сел стоит, на простом цементе.
Rav Mehelov, what's the issue? What did that mean?
Planting.
What about it?
If a person has a pottery garshok that has a plant in it,
Right?
if he has a hole by Jewish law and it's above soil ground, by Jewish law it's considered to be attached to the ground, even though there is air in between.
Right.
Like here, right? I have plant over here, and it has a hole. It's considered to be attached to the ground. So if it's currently attached to the ground, if I'll bring it right now into my house where I have cement in my house, so what did I did? I detach it from the source of life. Or the other way around. It was indoors, and I took it outdoors on top of the soil ground. So right now I gave to it
Now you plant it.
So
as I'm watering it.
only if the bottom has a hole, you said, right?
That's by Torah. Chachamim said even if the bottom has no hole, it's a problem. Even if it's fully
But
closed.
you're saying if it's in the air, it's also a problem.
Which air?
Over the soil.
That's the question now. Well, I didn't say it's a problem. I said, do we look at the roots or do we look at the
Plants.
leaves that protruding?
No, let's say it's hanging over here and it has a hole and it's here is soil.
Mhm.
It's considered to be attached.
Right.
even though it doesn't touch the soil.
Right. That's how the Jewish law looks at it.
And the issue is,
Detaching on Shabbat from the source of life.
Like in your-
I'm not allowed to detach a plant from the source of light, right? Life. So, what about this pottery? If I bring it indoors, outdoors, over soil,
How high can it go?
away from soil, doesn't matter. Even if the halakha says 20 floors up.
Uh-huh.
Whoa.
Yeah, doesn't matter. Twin towers, I don't know what it is.
Даже как яблоко. Он упал, вы не имеете права трогать.
Yeah?
So it's hanging above it.
Okay, so says Avadia. It does not matter if the leaves protrude outside the plant, the pot.
Нельзя его спросить.
Even though for laws of impurity it does matter, we do not derive Shabbat laws from the impurity laws. And not like the Mishneh Lamelech. Mishneh Lamelech. Is Mishneh Lamelech supposed to be italicized?
It's a sefer?
It's a sefer.
Yeah.
Huh?
It's a book.
It's a book is supposed to be italicized?
I have a question.
Thank you.
Yes.
If it's hanging above the soil, but it's hanging on something that's closed, is it still attached?
Say it again? Ah, he answered you, okay.
Is there a button?
It has to have a hole.
No, that's it. It has a hole, but it's on a platform that's closed.
So bottom line, we don't look at the leaves,
Look at the roots.
we look at the roots. So if the roots are closed, the pottery, garshok is closed, removing it from soiled area to a not soiled area, it's only the Rabbanan. It's Asur. But Asur the Rabbanan. It's not allowed me the Rabbanan.
Without
Can
the
I
hole.
tell without a hole? Can I tell the goy to do it?
Yes.
Yes. But if it has a hole, even a goy I cannot ask. Got it? That's how serious it is. Человек может нарушить Shabbat, паторы, как будто курит Shabbat, no difference. Turning on a fire, or taking this pot that has a hole away from the soil or over the soil. Same level as smoking on Shabbat, no difference.
How about if two guys are doing it?
Then something else. That's shvud the shvut you want to say, yeah.
No,
Okay,
you're right.
here, Rabotai.
Two guys.
Right, so it's shvud the shvut.